more brightness and color adjustments on this vlog. We'll see how this one is received. Brightened it up a little bit. Got ISO 1600 now. f-stop is 5.6, in case anybody is curious. So I redid my math. So toss that out of the way. This is what we're going to be doing for the light bulbs. I did some preliminary tests with this short piece. Very encouraging results. It rather happily melted through a piece of solder I held against it, so even with just, you know, crappy leads like this that are going to have a very high internal resistance. Actually, just for fun, let's see what the resistance on those leads are. See, the problem is, if the resistance on the leads is really high, it's going to dissipate power across the leads and make it so that not enough power gets to the heating wire. So, now, this wire right here is 0.7 of an ohm, which I know that doesn't sound like much, but when you're dealing with current, you know, in the 4.6 amps, what did I say, 0.7 ohms? Let's see what the voltage drop across that would be. Let's see, so I should try to have a pen handy so that I can demonstrate. Okay, look, a pen. So, we know, and this really isn't an appropriate vlog video. This is still more appropriate to the main channel, but anyway, so we know that P equals IV. So, we know that the power, actually we don't even, this isn't the equation we need right now. We need V equals IR. Because we know the V is 8 point, well, in that case it was 4.2 volts, 4.2 volts, and why am I doing it this way? Because we're not solving for V, that's why. Okay, so the current is going to be 4.6 amps, which is an incredible amount of current, and R is going to be 0.7. So, in order to calculate for V, we need to take 4.6 and multiply it by 0.7. So, give me a second here to pull up a calculator. Let's see, is that showing very well? Yeah, so 4.6 amps times 0.7 ohms, we're dropping 3.22 volts across this. Because the resistance of that little tiny piece of wire, which I just pinged off into the distance. Where did that go? Well, crap. Alright, piece of wire. I need you back. Where did you go? Oh, man. Ah, there it is. Okay, so let's see what the resistance, if we can even read it with this little meter. Let's see what the resistance across this wire is. So let's put oh, come on. Are we even going to get a reading? So yeah, we've got a resistance of 1.4 ohms across that, which actually means it's got a higher resistance than these wires that I was using, which means that they would have been actually starting to heat up faster than this would have. So in order to combat that, we need, you know, a big thick copper wire. Now if we see what the resistance of this big thick wire is, just so that's 1.1 ohms for all of that. So if we use a nice short section of this, it should make it possible to divert as much current as possible into these. I may even double up on this. Yeah, so anyway, new math. I got totally distracted there. New math. We're going to be working with a 13 centimeter length instead of a 6.5 centimeter length, so it'll be twice as long as this and plenty more than enough to get around this. Diameter of 0.32 millimeters. Now, I'll try to remember to link the tool that I used to make these calculations, but basically I wanted a target temperature. I wanted to reach 1004 degrees Celsius. So what I initially did was I set the voltage to 4.2 volts, and then I set the diameter, and then I adjusted the length until I reached the temperature that I wanted. But the length wasn't long enough, and I didn't think about that at the time. So this time I doubled the voltage because I've got these two battery packs here that I'm going to put in series. Nominal voltage for 4.2 volts, so double that, we got 8.4 volts. So I set the voltage and then adjusted the length up, and I also had to set the diameter in the calculator. And of course, this Kanthal wire is 0.32 millimeters. I couldn't set it to 0.32 millimeters, it was actually 0.33, but that's close enough. So I set the voltage, I set the diameter, and then I started adjusting the length until I hit the target temperature. And as I predicted in yesterday's vlog, previously it was 6.5 centimeters of wire, now it's 13 centimeters of wire, which is precisely double the length. So it's all nice and linear. What other news do I have for today? Nothing overly exciting. I did remember to call my doctor, I just didn't remember to call them before the office was closed, because they closed kind of early, so I need to try again tomorrow. So we'll keep working on that. I'm going to set the appointment for next Monday, and then I can get this out of the way, and then it's all over with, and I'm done. Also, when I did my trip up to Prince George for stuff, I went to David's Tea to treat myself to some nice tea. And while I was there, I picked up this Lipa infuser that they sell, and it's really quite brilliantly designed. It's just a fine mesh infuser, so you don't get any dust coming off of your tea and going into your infusion. It's got a silicone rubber thing here that makes it float, and also has a little grippy thing that you can pull it up. I demonstrate here, but it's currently, I just made myself some tea, so it's currently dirty, and I didn't want to bring it in and demonstrate it. But yeah, so it floats, and then you can grab that little tab in the center to pull it out, and you don't burn yourself, and then you drain it out. And then the really cool thing is you flip it upside down and set it down on the lid, and it's got a little lip that comes up and catches any extra drippings. Really, really very intelligently designed tea infuser there. That restores my faith in David's Tea potentially having, you know, actual tea drinkers in their design team, which, you know, or at least the team that decides what infusers to buy from people that are already making them. But that's a very intelligently designed tea infuser. I was very impressed with that. So, holy crap, it's warm in here. I have a little space heater that I turn on to warm it up in the workshop here before I do a vlog or any work. And it's incredibly effective for only being, you know, that big. Oh, let's zoom out. Oop, zoom out. There we go. I mean, I could put it down on this table right here. It's not that large. Yeah, I think I'm finally actually starting to learn how to use my camera. With the zoom out, that looks fantastic. Nice vibrant colors, sharp edges. Getting off topic again. So yeah, anyway, I have the space heater that I turn on. Only I turned it on and then proceeded to get distracted watching videos with my boyfriend. Because we discovered this magician that was on America's Got Talent called The Sacred Rihanna. And she is absolutely brilliant. Creepy as hell, but absolutely brilliant. Really, really fantastic performances on her part. I would love to go see her actually perform, but that's probably never going to happen. Anything else to recap from my day? I really don't have anything else to relate. So yeah, I have nothing else to add. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.